If you're looking for more specific details, a different angle, or something else entirely, feel free to clarify. In the meantime, I'll expand on my previous response with a more detailed overview of the key events surrounding Dahmer's arrest in 1991, based on historical records. I'll keep it factual and sensitive, as this involves real crimes and victims who murdered and 17 young men and boys between 1978 and 1991. His crimes often involve cannibalism and the preservation of body parts. Most of his killings occurred in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where he lived in apartment 213 at the Oxford Apartments. Dahmer targeted marginalized individuals, including many from the LGBTQ+ community and people of color, which later raised questions about police oversight and systemic biases. Dahmer's early murders were sporadic, but they escalated in frequency after he moved to Milwaukee in the late 1980s. By 1991, he was killing at a rate of nearly one victim per week during the summer months. Key events in 1991. The year of discovery and arrest, 1991, marked the end of Dahmer's killing spree and the beginning of one of the most infamous criminal investigations in U.S. history. Here's a timeline of the major developments. Early 1991 murders. Dahmer's activities intensified. Between January and July, he killed at least 5 victims. Curtis Strotter, Errol Lindsay, Tony Hughes. Synthesis phone. This case is particularly tragic and controversial. The 14-year-old Laotian boy escaped Dahmer's apartment, but was returned to him by Milwaukee police officers, who dismissed the situation as a domestic dispute between lovers. Despite Synthesis phone being drugged and injured, Dahmer killed him shortly after. This incident later led to public outrage and investigations into police misconduct. Matt Turner, Jeremiah Oliver Lacey, Joseph Braidhoft, Dahmer's final victim before his arrest. Dahmer's methods typically involve luring victims to his apartment with promises of money, alcohol, or sex, then drugging, strangling, and dismembering them. He kept Polaroid photos and body parts as trophies. July 22, 1991. The escape and arrest. Tracy Edwards, a 32-year-old man, was lured to Dahmer's apartment that evening. Dahmer handcuffed him and threatened him with a knife. But Edwards managed to escape after punching Dahmer and fleeing into the street around 11:30 p.m. Edwards flagged down to Milwaukee police officers, Robert Roth and Rolf Mueller. He led them back to apartment 230, where they noticed a foul odor and discovered handcuffs on Edwards' wrist. During a search, officers found Polaroid photos of dismembered bodies in a drawer. Further investigation revealed horrifying evidence: a 57-gallon drum containing decomposing bodies and acid, severed heads in the refrigerator and freezer, human skulls, and other remains. Dahmer was arrested on the spot. That night, Dahmer began confessing to detectives, admitting to 17 murders over 13 years. His calm, detailed confessions shocked investigators. Immediate aftermath, media frenzy, and public horror. News of the discoveries broke on July 23, 1991, and quickly dominated headlines worldwide. The Milwaukee Journal and national outlets like the New York Times covered it extensively. The case exposed failures in the criminal justice system, including how Dahmer had been on probation for child molestation since 1989 but wasn't closely monitored. Victim identification and investigation. Police excavated Dahmer's apartment and former residences, identifying remains through dental records and DNA. By August, all 17 victims were confirmed, spanning from Stephen Hicks to Joseph Braidhoft. Psychological evaluation. Dahmer underwent evaluations and was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, schizotypal personality disorder, and a psychotic disorder, but he was deemed legally sane. Charges. In August 1991, Dahmer was charged with 15 counts of murder. He pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity. Broader impact in 1991 and beyond. Cultural shock. The case highlighted issues like homophobia, racism, and police negligence. For instance, several victims were from minority communities, and police had multiple missed opportunities to stop Dahmer earlier. Trial and sentencing. While the trial didn't start until January 1992, preparations dominated late 1991. Dahmer changed his plea to guilty but insane. He was convicted on all counts in February 1992 and sentenced to 15 life terms. Ohio later added a 16th life sentence. Legacy. Dahmer was killed in prison by inmate Christopher Scarver on November 28, 1994. His crimes have been the subject of numerous analysis of the police investigation. just let me know. Remember, this is a sensitive topic. Resources for support related to true crime or trauma are available through organizations like the National Center for Victims of Crime.